Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy and we are here with a Teemu haul today. This is try number 2, but I only got like a couple sentences into try number 1 when I thought I had some like glitter on my face, but it wasn't glitter. So I had to stop and wipe my nose. Ugh. So anyway, here we are. I think we're all okay. And we're going to start. So this is another Teemu haul where my middle daughter, who is in 10th grade, picked out 10 items for less than $30. So we will get to see what she got. And then at the end, we'll do advent calendars. So if you watched my video yesterday, I mentioned that we were going to go see Wicked last night. It was fantastic, you guys. I knew going into it that it was going to be broken up in 2 parts, but I was not at all familiar with the story of Wicked, to the point where I thought it was legitimately a prequel to The Wizard of Oz, but then come to find out it's not. Hopefully that's not a spoiler alert for anybody, but it's kind of a different universe situation. But it was so good. And I think one of the things I really liked about it was the costume design. I think whoever did the costume design for this movie should definitely win the Oscar for that, because those costumes were gorgeous. And, I don't know, there's all those kind of technical awards, and I don't know what makes up cinematography or, that kind of thing. Although the Budapest Hotel, whatever that one was by Wes Anderson, that one, I just loved the whole aesthetic of it. But anyway, so it was great. Wicked was great. It was sung well. It was beautiful, and it had a good storyline. So if you have not seen it, I would recommend seeing it, because and my husband had seen the play when it came to town at the Fox Theater, but I had never done that. So then, of course, the whole time during the movie, because I didn't know while I was watching it that it was not just a prequel, I'm thinking, how is this going to work together to get to this? And so that's when afterwards Jason was like, yeah, it's not a prequel. So, but yeah, and the kids all liked it. Now, my husband had seen it already with my oldest daughter, because she works, so trying to find a time for all 6 of us to go to the movies together is a little bit difficult. So they had already seen it. But it was the rest of us that went, and yeah, it was really, really good. So I was excited to see that. All right, you want to see what my daughter picked out from Teemu? Well, let's get going. Okay, let's start out with this really weird thing. Well, okay, it's in a bag. Like, I can't, for the life of me, figure out what we're doing here. It's just a stuffy of somebody's cat, or an AI cat. I don't know. It is hand wash only, and it's kind of a suede feeling pillow, but it's weird, right? Weird, but okay. So there's that. I feel like my nose is still running, you guys. So I may have to like get my Kleenex, but okay. So this cute kitty, we paid $3.10, got 3 price adjustments. It comes with a user manual, and it's currently retailing for $2.29, and it's just called a new enlarged version of simulated 3-dimensional cat, high quality plush animal cat. Okay, well, I don't think anybody's gonna think this is real, but maybe. But I was watching I think it was a short yesterday that it was, if it wasn't a short, it was a TikTok or a short on X or something, but it was this bed covered with stuffies, And it was like, when you have pets, but your landlord's coming and you're like, you have a no pet policy. And so all of the real animals were surrounded by the plushy animals. And then of course she does something and then they all jump off. And there's like 8 or 9 animals on the bed. So, but yeah, when she first like did it, you could tell some of them, but some of them you really couldn't. And I don't know if you've been seeing some of these new well, they may not be new, but these other shorts or AI shorts or something where you've got like a metal bin full of scooped balls of ice cream or gelato, something like that. And so it's like maybe all scoops of brown ice cream in this container. So probably kind of like a premium ice cream shop kind of thing that's not just scooping it out of a big drum. And then those little balls of ice cream turn into puppies. Those are so cute. So AI is going to take over the world, and I'm probably going to let it, like it would be up to me, but you know. All right, next, there's a lot of jewelry. She got a lot of jewelry. So we've got some, I think these are balloon animal earrings maybe, but they're, like I've gotten the metal balloon animal earrings, but she got the ones that actually look like balloons. Of course, it's tangled on itself. Isn't that cute? So, I'm trying to tell, okay. So yeah, it's designed to kind of sit forward, so you'd see it better from the side, but those are super cute. And it feels like they're plastic or resin, maybe. We'll see what the listing says. But I don't think these kids of mine find stuff that I don't find, because I guess, you know, once you start buying things from Teemu, you know, then they fill your feed with other similar items. So if you're trying to find brand new kind of weird items, it's probably very difficult to do so unless you completely, like if you completely empty your cart, then you'll start getting a variety of things. Or of course, if you watch other haulers, you will get ideas from them, and if they've shared their links, then you know that helps get variety too. But yeah, it can be very hard to find some of these things, but my kids do, because they don't have a history on theirs. They're just looking, I don't know if they've got the app, but they're probably looking at it on the website on their phone, since I do all of the ordering. But those, okay, they were resin, and we paid 97 cents. They come in blue, pink, purple, green, light yellow, dark yellow, and brown. And the pink ones are retailing for $1.21 right now. But it is fashion resin balloon dog earrings, animal themed drop dangle earrings. So trendy accessories for music festivals. I need to hire one of these people that writes the descriptions for these products to do the descriptions for my videos, or my titles for my videos, since I'm very uninspired. But yeah, of all things, music festivals. So that's great. I guess I didn't realize people at music festivals really like balloon animals, but why not? All right, the next item is more earrings. These are sucker earrings, which literally look like a sucker. And the sucker stick is like a real sucker stick if the sucker has a plastic one, you know, that once all the sucker was gone, you'd pretend was a a cigarette, you know, like a toy cigarette. No, we didn't do that, did we? Yes. Yes, we did. Because even though we didn't smoke in my family, well, my grandfather smoked for a while. It was cool. It was cool in the 80s to pretend like you were smoking. I grew up in the age where my high school had a smoking section in between two halls that people could go out and smoke between classes, which we only had like 5 or 6 minutes to get to a class. But I guess if you needed your fix, you could go out there and smoke, or of course during lunchtime. So yeah, that's how old I am. My kids look at me like I'm crazy when I mention things like that. Okay, there somewhere in this is also going to be a set of pink earrings, sucker earrings. They were both 96 cents, and you can get them in pink, orange, purple, blue, green, red, or you can get a set of 5 that has all of them except for the red. But they retail today for 99 cents, but the set of 5 retails for $2.99. And yeah, so those are really cute. I mean, realistic looking. Okay, now this, I am going to go ahead and open this. But I've kind of talked about this when I do my slime calendar. It's not slime, but so this is a sensory kind of toy kind of thing. And you can do this. That's why they give you the mix-ins for the slime, so that you can kind of get it all mixed in like that. But like with this, you could just leave it like this and have it be a decoration, but then it would kind of collect hair and probably be kind of gross. Or you can pick at it and pick out the little beads. Now, would that be messy? Probably, but so I guess if you're going to do that, maybe you have a plate or something that you're putting the beads on when you dig them out. But yeah, that's what a lot of people now do, because of course there's all those videos out there of pimple popping, so it's kind of the same idea, I guess. I mean, this one, the top side is of course got a lot of, is totally covered, but then there are ones farther in a little bit. But let's see what Teemu describes it as. But yeah, you know how some people just like to pick, and I used to work with someone who had a nervous habit where she would kind of scratch at her cuticles and stuff, and it looked like that hurt a lot, but it was just a nervous habit where she would kind of just scratch. And so this would, I think, help people with that, or that like to do that. Or I mean, some people I think like to do that kind of thing. It's not just a nervous thing, or maybe it is, but I don't know. Okay, well, where did that go? Okay, yes, it's a silicone fidget toy for adults. We paid $2.87 and got one price adjustment. It does have a user manual. Oh, it was discontinued, but there's other stores that have it. And some of them have, like this one's kind of a pastel version, but some of them have kind of the primary color options. But yeah, it's got a video and it just shows you kind of just picking them out. And I don't want to do that since it's hers, but yeah, you just pick it out. So it's a stress relief fidget toy for skin picking and anxiety. Mixed colors, durable plastic, novelty gift idea. So, and they come in different shapes, but it shows that it's good for people who have skin irritations or for people that pick around their fingers. And what else does this say? Do you have these symptoms? Picking nails, skin scratching, hair anxiety. What's hair anxiety? Is that people that pull out their hair? Good grief. I guess I should be glad I don't have that because my hair falls out enough as it is. Do you fidget a lot? Do you have hyperactivity or addiction? So this toy can help you if that is you. There's 14 different versions of this toy. There's round ones, star ones, heart ones, and different quantities of each. And I'm going to add this to cart so that I actually can share this one, because I will be sharing all of the links to these products will be listed below in case you're interested. Okay, so I've got a question for you ladies. Do you ever wake up in the morning and if you're lucky, you notice it when you're getting ready in the morning? Sometimes you don't notice it till the end of the day and you're like, how did this happen to me all day long? But do you ever wake up and just have like what seems like a super long hair in a weird place on your face? Like, did that grow overnight? Like, I've got one spot up here that I have to, like in this area, that I have to watch every day to make sure that a hair just doesn't pop out like while I'm sleeping, because this is not a spot you would just have hair, peach fuzz or anything, right? But yeah, sometimes like today I had one over here and I'm like, how long have I been walking around with that on my face that nobody's, well, it's a good nobody said anything. Hopefully that means nobody noticed it. But yeah, if you get in the right light when you're with somebody, they could have noticed, like if you're out in the sun or something. But yeah, so I'm thinking, is my eyesight just getting worse that I'm not noticing these things? I really need to do that Michael Todd dermabrasion thing to get all the peach fuzz off and then just pay more attention, because yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, what the heck? Like, is that, I don't understand. I don't understand where those come from. Oh, and I don't think I had some lab work done for my dermatologist, and finally almost all of the medications got sent to Walgreens except for my Humira, so I got to call them tomorrow and say, where is the Humira? But yeah, it's, shoot, now what was I gonna say? Okay, that's embarrassing. I will think of what I was gonna say, but I shouldn't have tried getting out new things while I was doing that. Ay. All right, well, if it doesn't come to me, maybe it'll come to me before I do my next video. But see, this is not oh, that's what I was gonna say. This is not pre-Alzheimer's. This is just being flighty, I think. So anyway, one of the tests that I had to have taken, I wanted them to tell me if I am premenopausal or perimenopausal. I don't know what the correct term for that is. So they ran a test. It's an FSH test, I think. Follicular, well, let me just look it up so that I'm not speaking out of turn. Okay, it's FSH. It's an FSH test, which is the follicle stimulating hormone. And so my doctor, when she like commented on my results, she's like, oh, this shows you're not postmenopausal. And I'm like, well, I know I'm not postmenopausal. I know you have to, they say you have to not have a period for a year before you're even considered to be menopausal. So I knew I wasn't postmenopausal, but I was like, I want to know if I'm premenopausal. And like, why does that test, I didn't obviously read up enough about the test, but yeah, so I'm like, okay, that it's interesting to me because I feel like I'm getting more peach fuzz on here. Is that related to whatever that test can do? And And does that mean maybe it'll get better once I do go through menopause? It'll slow down? I don't know. I hate that's it's like I really, really, really want to be done with certain parts of femininity, but not if it means I'm gonna be like feeling manly. Ugh. All right, here is the next thing that she got. This is an over the ear contraption that it looks like you could hang something else off of this one actually. It's not built for that, but you could. But yeah, so it's just an over the ear, you know, to get the butterfly get a pretty butterfly. So she has only one ear that's pierced because when she was a kid, after she got her ears pierced, one of them got infected, and so we took the earring out and she would never let us put it back in. So then the other one was fine, and so I keep saying, when are you going to go get your other ear pierced? But now it's like a thing, I guess, to where she likes having just the one pierced. But someday that may change. And I was like, I could get and I actually did already get a ear piercing tool kit from Teemu. I'm like, I could pierce it for you. And no, she wasn't having any of that. What a wimp. All right, she paid 89 cents for that. Well, she didn't, I did. And it retails today. Oh, it's sold out, but there's lots of other people that have it. But let me make sure I'm getting one that's the same design. Okay. Here's another one that's just like it for 68 cents. And this listing comes in gold or silver. A pair of a pair? No, you only get one. Of hollowed out zirconia super fairy butterfly wing earrings with ear hooks. So nice. So what do you guys do when you're like me and you're talking and all of a sudden you lose your train of thought? Because that happens to everybody. What do? Do you just kind of like fess up to it and say, oh man, I totally forgot what I was saying? Or do you like keep talking and hope that it comes back to you? Ugh, I hate that feeling. And it's only made worse by having a parent with Alzheimer's. There's like no grace in that. All right, here's the pink ones. You can see there's a little bit of sparkle in that too. What's the worst is when it happens during a meeting. So sometimes if I can't get my comment across right away, or like when it's appropriate, you know how in some meetings, you know, somebody will say something and it causes several of us to think of, you know, feedback. And so it's just a matter of taking turns to give your feedback. Well, sometimes I'm like, shoot, I'm going to forget what I wanted to say. So I'll like write it down on my notepad or something so that someday when I finally get my turn, I can actually remember. So yeah, do you have jobs where you have to kind of plan like that, or do you just have a fantastic memory that you never lose your train of thought? Because sometimes, you know, you almost have to stop listening to other people to maintain your train of thought. And I don't want to do that in a meeting. I need to hear what other people are saying. So then, you know, I have to write it down or whatever. And sometimes I'll confess, if I get distracted and start thinking about something else, then I totally, of course, forgot what I was thinking about before. So it's like I have to be very diligent. So I don't know if you heard that. My husband just called down the stairs for one of my kids. I probably didn't realize I was filming. All right, next we've got this really pretty set of bracelets that have kind of a translucent colored beads with bows and flowers. And you get 6 of them. Those are really pretty. I actually might order a set of these for myself. So you get a set of 6 that you can wear separately or together. And we paid $3.60. They retail today for $4.25, and it's a 6-piece colorful glass beads beaded bracelet set, boho style, hand string jewelry decoration. But yeah, those are really pretty. It's never good when my kids pick out something that I like, because then I have to go get it myself. So we might, we might have date night tonight, or we might not. It depends on what one of the kids was wanting to do. It's Wednesday, so normally there's church, youth group, but it's like a special Christmas kind of gathering this week before they're out kind of for the holidays, and I don't know if she was wanting to go. So if she's wanting to go, then I'm stuck here, or I'm going and playing cards again at the library. Or if she's not going, then Jason and I are going out on a date. So, all right, let's take a little break and let's talk about Pair Eyewear. I love them. I love switching out the look with my outfits. I have my referral code listed below. If you use that code, we both earn points to use off of future purchases. And sorry, I've got a spot up here that really hurts. I think I've got a zit up here. I'm not sponsored. I just love them. And then I'm wearing my Teemu Murder Show shirt. And I paired it with this Teemu paisley kind of shirt because it's got similar colors to it. And I actually bought this to go with a different murder shirt from Teemu. One that was kind of probably bean paste color. Kind of this color. So I was like, oh, those would still go together. So this is my little outfit for today. And I got my this nail fixed. So I just went ahead and I'm shooting for New Year's now. And I'm going to replace these other ones with gold as needed. It feels a little weird to me having them not all the same. I'm not very adventurous with that yet, but I started to think, well, what if I just always had a rotation, and like this, eventually I would get to all gold, and then once the gold started coming off, what would I switch to, But then I thought that seems weird. Like I want to have a polished look. But I know people do this all the time because you buy those fake nails and they're all different. Well, you can get the ones that are all the same, but there's a lot of them that are all different. I just need to not be so matchy-matchy sometimes. All right. Let me make sure I showed everything that I pulled out already so that I'm not missing anything. Okay. All right, next we've got, I think, more earrings. She prefers to buy her clothes from Shein, which I just can't, I don't know. I mean, if they offered to sponsor me, then heck yeah, I would get some clothes if that's what they were doing. But I started out on Shein before I did Teemu. And I actually loved Shein more than Teemu because I couldn't figure out Teemu and how to get the good deals that people seem to be getting on Teemu. But once I figured that out, kind of how to do that, then Shein just wasn't as good. They didn't have as good a selection for the kind of stuff that I liked, and I need the challenge of a deal. And Shein's at least at the time, was kind of more like you just get percentage off of your order if you order so much. And that's just kind of boring. I like a game, a deal, something to make me feel like I've beat the system, even though I'm sure I never do. But yeah. Okay, maybe these are to go up here, maybe? Because they just look like this. So, but they're cute. They're bows. I've got some like regular earrings that are kind of like this with bows. But yeah, we'll look that up here in a second. My nose is getting red now too. Awesome. I sit in this chair all day long sometimes for work, and my nose never gets like this. So there's some combination of talking and maybe the light, I don't know, that makes my nose get red. Okay, so here I'm going to dox my kid because you're going to see her name. But it's really pretty. She got a personalized necklace. Try to get it on here so that Gracie. So, I have always had trouble finding personalized things, you know, when you can find necklaces or mugs or any of that stuff, because my parents spelled Amy the French way. So unless you go some kind of touristy areas, you can't find, like, I just can't find stuff. And I can't even imagine. Now everybody's name is different. So I can't even imagine. Well, that's why they do things like this, because there's so many people that have apostrophes, hyphens, numbers, everything in their name now. But my oldest daughter, I guess, would have well, my daughter that's in heaven, Gretchen, that was a pretty, well, it was kind of an old-timey name. So you probably don't find many Gretchen things. And then my oldest daughter, her name you can find sometimes, but it can be spelled differently too. I mean, we spell it through that one the traditional way, and here I'm not telling you what it is, but well, shoot, I just doxed her. So my oldest daughter's name is Gabriella, but she goes by Gabby, and so she can find Gabriella things, but a lot of times it'll only have one L, and she has two L's, and so that's an issue. And then my third daughter, living daughter, her name is Galia, and we just kind of made up that name. And it's also the name of a melon, which isn't helpful when you're looking for jewelry with your name on it or stuff. So she never finds anything with hers. And then my son's name is Gregory, and we spelled his with two G's in the middle. And so sometimes you can find Gregory with one G in the middle, but you can almost never find it with two G's in the middle. And the reason why I did that was because if he ever goes by Greg, our last name is Crow, which is 5 letters. So he needed to have a first name that was 5 letters, because that's how I think. I like things to be symmetrical, and we didn't do that with our girls really, but I've told you guys that I did the same. All of my kids have the same amount of syllables in their full name, which of course, if they're girls, get screwed up when they get married, possibly. But yeah, so Gregory never finds anything with his name on it either. Now my husband, Jason, he's got the most common name of all of us, so he can usually find his name. But yeah, now it's like rare to have a common name. So I guess you'll see more and more customized places popping up. But Gracie, her legal name is Gracie, not Grace. And I remember when we were taking her to church when she was, I don't know, 2 or 3, maybe 4. her Sunday school teacher assumed that Gracie was a nickname. And so her Sunday school teacher would call her Grace, and Gracie would tell us about this. And I said, you need to tell them, no, my name is Gracie, because I never did that. People would butcher my name, spell it wrong or whatever, and I just let them do it. But I'm like, you should tell them, no, my name is Gracie. And so she has done that ever since. But yeah, Gracie, I love Gracie. I just think that's such a pretty name. So she is the one that has my favorite name. I mean, it doesn't change how much I love her compared to my other kids, but she does have my favorite name. I think my husband, we like both picked out Gretchen's name because we weren't prepared at all for that loss. And so we both picked out that one. And actually we picked out that one before she was born, and then hesitated, were we going to even give her that name because she was stillborn, and would we, this is horrible to say now, but would we waste that name on her? But then luckily, in spite of all the emotions that were going on, reason prevailed that yes, she should still get that name. That was the name she had when we, while she was living in the womb. So why would we take that away from her? So yes, we did give her that name. But you go through all kinds of weird, you don't know what to do in those kind of situations until that happens. And now I'm like going off on tangents. Because I showed you a necklace with a name on it. But yeah, I've got all kinds of experiences that are sad and unfortunate, but yet luckily I can look back now and while I miss not having her here, she got the best thing. She got to go straight to heaven and didn't have to deal with all the mess that's down here. And even though that's like, it's always horrible for the people who are left behind. I mean, that's really who you feel sorry for in those kind of situations with any kind of death, right? I mean, when your parents die, grandparents or whatever, they're in a better place, aren't feeling pain, have their brand new bodies, living with Jesus, doesn't, and it's those of us left behind that, have the struggle. But everybody's situation's unique, and when it happens, you don't know what to do. So I don't know if I've ever said this. I'm looking for scissors, which is why I keep looking over here. But I hope you never are in a situation where this would be possibly important. But the biggest regret in my life is that I did not take pictures of Gretchen when we had her that day. And they asked if we wanted to have pictures taken, and I think there was just something that kind of felt gross about that, to be honest. And like, why would we want pictures of our dead child? But I should have done it. Even if I never looked at the pictures, but I would have looked at the pictures because she looked beautiful that day. I mean, you wouldn't have known that she had died except that she had died. So I definitely would have looked at them after the fact. And so it is like, I'm talking about it now, but whenever I do think about that, I have to stop thinking about it because I will cry and it'll be, terrible because I missed out on that. So I had an opportunity, unfortunately, a coworker of mine lost a baby, like at 33 weeks. And I unfortunately had the opportunity to tell them, get pictures taken, even if you don't ever want to look at them, put them in a safety deposit box, put them in a box in the attic, whatever, but someday you may want to look at that. And so you want to still have that opportunity. So if you're ever in the unfortunate situation of knowing somebody that goes through a situation like that, it may be hard to tell them, but if you know, like if you're friends with the parents of the person or something, recommend that they take pictures. Okay, now that we've gotten all morbid, what is this show coming to? All right, this is a repeat purchase. I actually bought one of these for myself that I gave to Jason, but Gracie really liked it, so she ordered one for herself. This is a dice sword for role-playing games, so polyhedral dice. And if you didn't see the episode where I got that, it just looks like this. She got it with purple dice, and so you get all 7 of the role-playing dice. I'm not going to take them out because when I took them out when I got mine, I had a hard time getting them back into the right spot. But it's a really cute set. So if you've got anybody that plays role-playing games in your life, they might really enjoy having this as a gift. So yeah, so I guess now that I've doxed all my kids, I've told you that some of them have told their friends that I have a channel, so that's like payback, right? Because now, if their friends were to ever watch this, which I don't believe they do, but now they'll know who I'm talking about. Although Gracie is usually listening to me when I'm doing these videos, but she's not down here right now. She'll probably yell at me later. Some future video when I just happen to mention them. Okay, this dice sword set was $8.82, one price adjustment, and it's currently retails for $8.65, and you can get it with purple dice, deep blue, black, green, or light blue. And it is a RPG dice sword set for tabletop gaming, ABS material, anime-inspired design with storage for standard 22mm dice. Collectible accessory for gamers. All right, so that was, I believe, hopefully I didn't pull something out and forget to show you guys. I don't know how I would know because there's stuff pulled out everywhere. But that was the 10 items that my 10th grade daughter Gracie picked out. All right, so now let's get to the advent calendars, and then we'll be done. And you'll be like, no, I know a lot of you enjoy our discussions on here. And I'm behind again on reading comments. I apologize. So I was trying to do that yesterday, waiting for the movie to start. But I almost need like a couple hours where I just sit at my phone and read comments. All right, so we are 7 days out from Christmas. That's 1 week, you guys, 1 week. All right, 7 days to go. Our movie is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Okay, I've watched all the Harry Potter movies, but not to the point where I remember what's in each one. So it's kind of surprising to me that this would be coming up on a Christmas list, but it must be happening at Christmas time. An orphaned boy enrolls in a school of wizardry where he learns the truth about himself, his family, and the terrible evil that haunts the magical world. Well, isn't that all of them? Okay, well, that trivia was no bueno. But I'm going to say I'm super proud of myself for actually using all these things that I got this year instead of losing them or buying them and not actually using them. I'm actually using them, although I have bought some Christmas decorations that I haven't hauled yet that I need to haul. So after I get done with the kids stuff, then and I need to do I still haven't done the tooth thing, you guys. They keep emailing me and I don't have any good reason why I haven't done it yet. But, and I need to do the wig. So hopefully this weekend I'll be able to do both, but no promises. But, yeah, I need to after I get done with these kids things, I need to go through and see, okay, what things is it going to be dumb to haul after Christmas to get them done. All right, so here's our bucket list item for today. Eat candy canes. Yes, please. I don't like the peppermint candy canes, but I love all of the fruity flavored ones. Buttered rum, like Lifesavers. Okay. Well, here I'm going to go into story mode again. When I was growing up, my mom's mom would always give us grandkids a Lifesaver storybook for Christmas. This was back when all of the Lifesavers in the storybook were like a different flavor. So you'd have like your tropical, you'd always have your wild cherry, but there was always a buttered rum one in there. And that was my favorite. And so if they could make more things, like I know Lifesavers makes candy canes, if they could just make a package of buttered rum candy canes, I would be so on top of that. And to the point where when one of the ornaments we had on the tree when I was a kid was, I think, made by my aunt maybe, but she had taken a buttered rum Lifesaver candy, the whole thing, and then had made kind of like a dog out of it. So that was the body, and then it had kind of floofy yarn for paws and the head and stuff. So there was one year where I was like super tempted to kill the dog and eat the Lifesavers, but I didn't. But yeah, our Michael's store sells the buttered rum Lifesavers. So whenever I'm having a craving, I can go there and buy that. And there was one point in time, I don't know where I was, but I found an actual bag of individually wrapped Lifesavers that were buttered rum. So I bought that. But I used to keep those when I was pregnant. They would, I think it was with Gabby, they had me on actual insulin where I had to give myself shots of insulin. And I was super sensitive to these insulin shots. So not for very long. I mean, we'd like adjusted it, within a week of the dosage, that they were giving me. But there were times when my blood sugar would plummet, and like to the point where I was sweating, things were getting kind of darker, the typical signs of, I don't know if it's hyperglycemia or hypoglycemia, but whichever one it is. But so I would always have something like that, and in that case it was these buttered rum ones, so it's been a long time. And I would just literally just sit there and eat like 10 of them and chew them so that they were getting in, because I didn't have any juice nearby or glucose tablets. I did later buy glucose tablets to have for that, but yeah, for a while there, the buttered rum Lifesavers were a literal lifesaver. So the crazy things we go through in life. All right, so next we've got our Lint Teddy calendar from Amazon. What is today? Today's the 18th, right? Yeah, okay. Ooh, we've not had this color before, so I'll have to let you know what that turned out to be. I really think that they're different based on the color, and it almost makes me wonder if there should have, like, I've had a lot of red ones, so it kind of makes me wonder if with this one you just got a random assortment of these, and mine just happened to have a lot of reds. Like, I don't think it said anywhere you'll definitely get this many of each color. I don't think. No, you just get, oh, well, they are listed on here, so you do get a certain number of them. The most, so those red ones that I was getting were milk chocolate ones, but it's got those listed twice. on back here, so I don't know why they're listed twice. But oh, and there's a cute little connect the dots back here I didn't notice. So anyway, well, I guess I could just tell you that blue one is a hazelnut one. So, okay. And we'll see what charm we got today from our Teemu jewelry. Which nail can I crack today opening these? I want to thank whoever it is that somebody in comments recommended that I watch a channel that talks about these kind of nail, or you know, like dipped nails. And I want to thank you for recommending that, but I failed to take a picture of that comment, and now I can't find it. So now I have no idea what channel it was. So I got to remember to do better at taking pictures of comments that actually recommend products for me to try or channels for me to watch. So that's a cute little flat snowman dangle. That one would make really good earrings if I had two of them. And then next we'll have our puka tea from Amazon. And I'll try to remember to read the little saying underneath it. Okay. The little saying is, discover a moment of peace and how soothing this blend can be. And this one is 3 fennel. I didn't realize there were multiple kinds of fennel, but let's see what it says. Soothing, sweet, and wild fennel seeds with fennel leaf. Okay, well, I've told you this, I'm not a fennel seed fan, but we'll see how it tastes. I'm willing to try this one. It's another herbal, so I can steep it for as long as I would like. I have been surprised at how many fennel things there have been. Like, I wonder, I think this just means I got the organic. Like, I don't know if they had different versions and I just wasn't paying attention. But like, nothing about this said to me that most of them were going to be herbal. I do wish there had been more teas, like actual, that have actual tea in them with the caffeine and stuff. All right, then we've got puzzles from Teemu. I definitely have a lot to do Friday to start getting ready. So Roby mentioned that, was it Roby? Shoot. It was either Roby or Bernadette. Now I don't remember. I'm so sorry. But one of you said that you did chili dogs for Christmas. And I thought, that sounds really good. So, because we're still trying to decide what we want to do. And then somebody today that I work with mentioned that they do breakfast on Christmas. And I was like, I love that idea because I love breakfast casseroles and those are not hard to make. So still thinking about what, maybe, yeah, I don't know. We're still thinking. You could there's a lot of breakfast themed appetizers too, right? If I still wanted to go the appetizer route. All right, we've got Pop Feel from Teemu. Oh, I hate that when I can't remember which viewer it is that said something cool. I want to give credit to the right place. All right. I've been kind of surprised there haven't been any, aside from I think the one emery board, I've been kind of surprised that there haven't been nail related things in this box or the other box. Okay, we're getting another lipstick. I might actually try this one. It's a darker color, but I'm gonna leave it wrapped for now. But anyway, it just says a ultra matte lip. It's like, how many times can I hold it up and show you? And I learned one box too late, because there's 2 boxes in here, to just stick the little box back in where it was, so it's not cluttering up everything. Then we have Tea Forte from Amazon. Oh, another chai. This one from Bombay. Bombay chai. What makes, because they had the winter chai. So we had winter chai, which was rooibos and exotic cardamom meets sweetly fragrant vanilla. So Bombay chai is, it's a black tea. What did I say this one was? Just a herbal, right? Yeah, herbal. So this one's an actual black tea, yay. A traditional blend of warming spices for a timeless ritual. So this one's probably your more traditional chai. And chai is like one of the only ways that I like those warm spices. I love, love, love chai. But I typically prefer it cold over ice. So I'll go to like Costco and get the Tazo, liquid Tazo chai that you can just, like, you do half milk, half chai, and it's really good. All right, we should be getting mix-ins to go with strawberry juice cubes, I think was the one we did yesterday. And the mix-ins have been pretty coordinated. Aw, these are so cute. I love this calendar. It's got little strawberry pieces, the leaves and the strawberries. How cute is that? And there's usually one big, okay, yeah, there's a big strawberry in there. I love this, you guys. I can't tell you how much I love this. Maybe I am going to actually use the mix-ins and pick them back out. But that is adorable. Well, okay, I'm calling this one for myself. I said I was giving some of these away for bingo prizes, but not that one. That one is too cute. All right, so have our lovely cat calendar from Teemu. And it really can't get any worse than those stupid glasses that we got in one. I can't even get this one out. Okay, this one is actually a good one for mine because it makes a little bit of noise and it gives them something to bite on. So this is a good one for us. None of the plastic stuff, but that one's a good one. All right, then we've got our W7 Beauty Blast from Amazon with our small box wrapped up. Strawberry Sweet Lips Sugar Scrub. I do love a sugar scrub, so I will not be sharing this one. Nice. And it smells good. It smells like strawberry shortcake. So that is a smell, you guys. You know how smells make memories? That is a memory I have from childhood. I can still smell my strawberry shortcake doll. The revamped strawberry shortcake image girl that they have now is terrible. I mean, the one we had back in the 80s was the best. And I had a strawberry shortcake lunchbox with a thermos. I actually had 2 of those, and I sold one in a yard sale and totally regret it because somebody bought it right away because they understood what it was. And I kept the one that had the, like my dad had one of those label guns, you know, with the black labels that would punch out the letters. And so I kept the one that had my name on it and sold the other one. And oh, I wish I hadn't, because it was worth something then, and I think I only sold it for $5. I mean, that's how dumb I was. But yeah, so, and I was back in the age when we had the scratch and sniff stickers. You guys remember that? But yeah, I can still smell my strawberry shortcake doll. Now, I didn't have the other ones. Like, wasn't there, this is bad. This is how you know I didn't like cartoons really growing up. But wasn't there like a blueberry something? And I don't know. See, I don't even know. I don't even know. I did watch the Smurfs, though. I did like watching the Smurfs. Gargamel and Smurfette. And that's back when McDonald's and stuff had really good Happy Meal toys. They weren't totally sold out to... Well, I mean, I guess they were sort of, if I was getting like Smurf toys and Happy Meals, but like now, I don't know. The prizes now aren't that great, in my opinion. Okay, this is our Bon Maman fruit spreads. This one says, "May your wishes come true." And this one is caramel coffee spread. Yum. So we will give that a try. But yeah, I like sometimes when I mention those kind of memories on this channel, some of you share your memories, and I love reading those. I mean, hopefully it doesn't come across that I just wish I lived in the past. Although some things probably would be easier if I did. I used to wish that I lived in Little House on the Prairie times until I grew up a little bit and realized what that would mean during that time of the month and all that outhouse kind of thing. No thanks. But yeah, I'm a very sentimental person, so I do look back and on some of those things and wish that some of that stuff, I don't know. Plus, when you're a kid, you don't understand all the things that are going on in the world around you. So even though like now I might think, oh, I can't believe all the crap that's going on in the world today. Well, it was happening then too. I just didn't know because I was a kid. But I love sharing memories. All right, so here we go. This is bound to be very sweet. The texture of that was excellent. It was so smooth. But yet not, I mean, smooth like a caramel, like a liquid caramel almost. And a lot of caramels taste really fake, like artificial flavoring, but this really tastes like you've taken a can of sweetened condensed milk and caramelized it. Wow, that is good. Well, okay, I'm just going to take another bite because I can. That is really good. Like I need to see if they sell this in a full-size jar. Yum. That would be great on, well, a lot of these actually, I've been saying here I'm going to have my tea time come January and I'm going to be making my toast, but some of these days I need to make that my ice cream topping because some of those would be really good on ice cream. Okay, that was fantastic. Well, great thing to end the episode on. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you enjoyed this weird chat that went all over everywhere, please subscribe. Please give me a comment, a thumb, anything to tell YouTube that it was awesome sauce, and should other people need to experience this awesome sauce. But I know I'm not awesome sauce, but we do have fun on here, right? So, well, heck, I am awesome sauce sometimes, but I also a hot mess sometimes too, but that's okay. But anyway, thanks so much for stopping by. I know your time is valuable and I appreciate it when you share it with me. And yeah, so wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a great day. And until we meet again, take care of yourself. Bye.